What's going on, everyone? It's time for another action adventure film review. Today we're gonna fantasy film review. Yeah, today we're gonna continue on with the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. We're gonna talk about Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, which is the third entry in the franchise. It was released by Disney May 25th, 2007. It was directed by Gore Verbinski, who did Rango. He also did Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, the first one. Pirates of the Caribbean, Devil's Chest, which was the second one, the previous one I just talked about. He's also done A Cure for Wellness and The Lone Ranger. It's had a budget of $300 million. And this film has a weird backstory because the trilogy, so this one was put into production right after the second one. And yeah, they didn't even have a finished script or anything. They just went right into it and they just went right into it and just started shooting. Yeah, so this one is a little bit more the build up to the conflict that's been hinted at throughout the other two films. You have Davy Jones, you have the Black Pearl. Yeah, obviously you have the colonial like people, and they're all duking it out, wanting to rule the pirate lands. And so yeah, Captain Jack Sparrow and his teams are at odds as so the Singapore people. Leader gets killed, and Keira Knightley's character it ends up being their new queen and leader of that brigade. And then yeah, they basically duke it out at the end. This film is very random, to say the least. There's a lot of weird things, like obviously like Jack Sparrow's going more insane and stuff, and they do a really weird job at predicting that, or yeah, showing it in the film. It's like you see multiples of him just acting weird and stuff. Yeah, overall, wasn't a huge fan of this movie. I thought it was pretty boring and completely pointless, and definitely doesn't need to be 2 hours and 45 minutes. You just cut off like an hour and it'll be good. But yeah, there's a lot of pointless filler scenes in this with like a lot of pointless conversations that don't need to happen, and with all these other stupid traits. Like you could tell they kind of just like pieced it together as they went. And overall, it wasn't that interesting. The big buildup was to the big final climactic action scene was actually, for that 20-minute segment, it was pretty entertaining and good, but it felt like the same action scene just in the beginning. The opening of this film was actually really good. I liked the first like half hour. I thought was really engaging and fun and had a lot of cool elements to it. It's just going between that and the final action scene showdown, there wasn't much there, and it just dragged and dragged and dragged on to a pile of pointless conflicts and pointless characters, and a lot of they didn't utilize a lot of the cast that they had, and yeah, it was very sloppy and lopsided and everything like that. So it wasn't that intriguing. Now the acting is really good. It's very well shot. Special effects still holds up. They hold up better than the sequel. But for the most part, it wasn't that great of a film. If they focused more on a good cohesive story and not rush it in, it would have been way better. But this is so far the lowest one out of the ones I've watched so far. So I'm gonna give Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End a 2.5 out of 5. It was okay, I guess, to say the least. But yeah, it wasn't that great. So yeah, that's what I thought of Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. But if you want to check it out or relive it, I'll link the trailer down below. I'm pretty sure it's on Disney Plus too, so you can watch it there. But also make sure you check out my Instagram. That's where I always post clips of films and review in the future. All my stories at the film hashtags. I'm trying to film in a hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, my Letterbox is down below. Daily peer reviews. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below. Reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay in the loop with this channel. Like this video. Share it with more people. Wherever. Comment your opinions of the film down below, and let me know what your favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie is as well. Also, if you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service, comment them down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Also, make sure you subscribe. If you want something weird, obscure, and odd they probably never thought I'd connect together, and also show you my opinions on popular films that have come out, classic films, and reviews on other things. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, we're going to go back to the horror genre because it is October, so I'm definitely giving you another one of those too. So we're going to talk about Nightmare, or Maritatat. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's the Norwegian name. That's how you say Nightmare Norwegian or whatever. But yeah, um, it's a Shudder original, and it just came out, so I'm going to check that out, and we'll talk about that in the next review. So make sure you tune in for that, and yeah, watch out for all those crazy pirates trying to steal our gold and take over the world and causing pointless battles. Hopefully, they don't come into our era anytime soon. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So until then, cheers.